Students, today I'm going to talk about part 2 of speaking of IELTS. Earlier on, I have uploaded few videos. I have got a very positive response from you about part 0 and part 1 and their details and complete analysis. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about the part 2 of IELTS speaking, and before starting part 2 of IELTS speaking, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe and share my channel, where you can find out all these playlists related to CSS, Students Corner, IELTS, English Urdu course, communication skills, and I'm going to add up many more. It will try to solve all your English issues. So subscribe to Mob English. This is my contact number and email ID, and this one is the link of my YouTube channel. So before starting details and going in details, please subscribe to my channel and learn quickly, unlearn the myths and relearn the true concepts. So let's move on to the parts of speaking part 2. So just after part 1, speaking part 2 will be started, and you will get a cue card which will have around 3 questions or framework kind of thing. So you will get 1 minute to prepare your topic, and after that you have to speak for 1 or 2 minutes. So you can quickly make your points on that page, even, or cue card, whatever we are saying, in 1 minute. Then you can move on for your 2 minutes speaking, but it's better that you make your notes, otherwise you will be at loss. It carries 3 band. I'm trying to give you an example of a student, that how he attempted, because he was quite sure that he listed out everything, but what he did, I'm going to share it with you. Let's have a look at this one.
I'll start. During last holidays, I visited to Naran Kagan, the northern part of the northern part, which is situated in the northern part of the Pakistan. And I think for choosing this place, this is only reason that I heard from so many people that this is one of the most beautiful part of Pakistan, and I really want to visit Naran Kagan, but due to some problems I can't visit there for so much time. But last holiday I just planned for visited there, and my experience, I just go for some place. I just go to some places in Naran Kagan, and my experience is so great that I also want to go there and explore more about Naran Kagan, because I think this is one of the finest place in Pakistan, and I just really want to say that if you want to see the heaven, then you have to go to Naran Kagan. Because I think this is one of the finest place.
So this is how a sample of the students who was quite sure that he can spend 3 minutes, but probably you would have noticed that he has spent only 1 minute and 10 to 20 seconds. He was quite fluent, but there were a few problems with his speaking, and first was he was short of time. So this was the topic you can see here. Describe the place you visited during the last holidays. You should say this is the cue card that you will receive. 1, which place you visited. 2nd, why did you prefer. 3rd one, how was your experience. So if you analyze the previous video that I have just played, just randomly he has spoken about the place, and he didn't talk about even which place he visited. The first point he has explained quite well, but later on he was at loss, and he could not complete all the details. So what he should have done, how he should have responded, how he could respond it properly. For this, I have uploaded my lecture or my speaking as a sample for you. Let's have a look at this one, and then I'll give you a brief analysis that how you can properly present the topic. Speaking part 2. So let's have
really fascinating place for me to visit and spend my holidays was Murray. I visited Murray in my past holidays. It's really a good place, but I chose this place for many reasons. And one of the main reasons was a limited time. I had not enough time, I had not enough holidays, the holidays were very few, so that's why I had to go any nearby area, and Murray is the most nearest area, hilly resort that I could have visited. So that's why if I had more vacations, more holidays, I could have visited Kagan Naran, Sabat, like these kind of places, but time constraints did not allow me to do so. Then there are, as I told you, there are many reasons. So another reason was not enough financial resources, which actually hampered me or hindered my way to visit Kagan Naran and Sabat. So that's why I opted for Murray. So as I'm again and again talking about Kagan Naran and Sabat, it doesn't mean that Murray is not a good place, but I have visited Murray many times in the past and in my childhood, so that's why I wanted more to visit those places. But to enjoy my holidays and a good holidays, I opted for Murray, and I have told you the reasons. Then my experience, as you have asked me about Murray, was good one, a bit satisfactory we can say, but I was not too much happy. One thing made me sad, and that was actually the beautiful hilly area, and the nature has been marred a bit by us, by humans, and our business mentality. So many business kind of people, they have turned this beautiful place into a kind of business place where they have made many hotels and resorts and restaurants, which actually affected the real beauty. So they have cut down many trees over there, which definitely affect the beauties. But the experience was good one. I have taken in the fresh breaths and enjoyed a lot over there, and it was cool, calm, and good. Which actually hampered me. Opted for happy. One thing is beautiful place. Now you can notice that this was almost 3 minutes long video, and this was 3 minutes long video, and I have spoken a bit slow for yourself so that you may understand it quite easily. That's why this was one of the reasons. So if I would have spoken a bit fast, then it would have been difficult for you to find out the real things and the analysis that I'm going to present. So even if you squeeze these 3 minutes, these will be more than 2 minutes, and your required time is at least 2 minutes you have to speak. Then what precautions you need to take, how you need to cover the topic. So let's move on. This was the topic, these were the questions. The main things, clearly state the topic. The second point is reference to the question. Now in the first video, probably you have noticed that
no reference has been made to these questions, but in my video I have given reference to every question. My overall speech was divided in first, which place I visited, then second was preferred, why did I prefer, and third about my experience. And awareness about spoken English mean when I was speaking, I was a bit slow for your sake, but it doesn't mean that you are running like a horse and if you are running like a horse then you are fluent. It doesn't mean slowly you can move on, but there should be no pauses. And another thing, you need to keep it conversational or a spoken style. It should not look like that you are delivering a speech, a crammed speech or scripted something. So most of the time students say that we have crammed few templates, so that is a negative thing. So let's try to look it a bit natural rather than a scripted thing. Then your accuracy about your verb and tense, and last but not least one, you should not be short of time, because your interview is being recorded, and if you are short of time then it is really difficult to get a good score. And so you have to speak on. Now how we can achieve this? Here let's move on to our slide. Step 1, while you are getting this cue card, you have to identify that which tense basically you are going to speak on. Basically हम लोग जो एशियन लोग हैं और जो पाकिस्तानी लोग हैं, हमें तो पहले टेंस की टेंशन रहती है कि प्रेजेंट में बात करनी है, पास्ट में करनी है, फ्यूचर में करनी है. So we are not mostly switched to the language properly. लिहाजा हमें पहले आइडेंटिफाई करना है that which tense we are going to speak. So अब यहाँ पे from the first describe the place you visited. This visited tells us that this is about past. So okay, fine. Now we have turned ourselves to the past tense. Then move on. अब अपना पहला क्वेश्चन देखें. अब मैंने उसका आंसर, how did I answer? A really fascinating place for me. Now what I did, straightforward, a really fascinating place, इसमें मैंने वो जो टॉपिक का क्वेश्चन है which place जो है उसको मैंने समराइज कर दिया, उसको रिफ्रेज कर दिया और फिर उसके साथ लिंक कर दिया हॉलीडेज का, क्योंकि जिक्र था. एंड स्पेंड माय हॉलीडेज वाज, अब ये पास्ट टेंस को बता रहे वाज मरी. अब यहाँ स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड मैं अपने टॉपिक पे आ गया और आई विजिटेड मरी. फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस I moved to this topic. Then first question, first prompt that I was given to speak on, why did you prefer? अब मैंने reference, I have to make the reference towards this one. So what I did कि देखें मैंने जो बात की, you have heard it, it's really good place, ये मैं सारी बात बता चुका हूँ. Now I am directly going to make a reference. One of the main reasons was limited time. अब इसे मैंने यहाँ पे conversational रखा है. was पे मैंने pause किया है, full stop नहीं लगाया. pause करने के बाद limited time highlight करके बताया. I had not enough time, फिर उसको further explain कर दिया है. I had not enough time और फिर उसमें मैंने full stop नहीं लगाया क्योंकि मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं लिख रहा नहीं हूँ. This is conversational genre, speaking है. Enough holidays उसे rephrase कर दिया. And Murray is the most nearest area. Again उस area को मैंने बता दिया, hilly resort that I could have visited. अब यहाँ पे मैंने grammatical range थोड़ी सी शो की, I could have visited. फिर उसके बाद दूसरी चीज आपने करनी है कि अपनी grammatical range को आपने introduce करना है. अब देखें, if I had more vacations or holidays, I could have visited Kaghan, Naran and Sawat. ये conditional sentence मैंने use किया है और अब मेरी language पे grammatical range को grip को ये show कर रहा है. So you need to show the grammatical range as well. Then move on to the next one. Here you need to avoid over formality. You are not going to deliver a speech, I told you earlier on. So इसीलिए मैंने लिख दिया enough time, enough holidays. mean आपने ऐसा नहीं करना कि गलती हो रही है तो चीज को करके आपने उसी चीज को रिफ्रेज करके, ये ओवर फॉर्मेलिटी को अवॉइड कर रहे हैं कि मीन यू कैन रिप्रेजेंट रिफ्रेज द थिंग्स. फिर द मोस्ट नियरेस्ट थिंग को आपने फिर कह दिया हिली रिजॉर्ट. आपने एक वो जो है अच्छा वोकैबुलरी का वर्ड यू हैव यूज्ड और उसको आपने रिफ्रेज भी कर दिया. देन लेट्स मूव ऑन. ये मैं आपको ऑलरेडी आई हैव टोल्ड यू कि ये सेंटेंस आपके कंडीशनल को बताता है और कंडीशनल आपकी ग्रामेटिकल रेंज को बता रहा है. फिर आपने स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड जैसे रिटन सेंटेंसेस होते हैं वैसे नहीं यूज किए. फिर आपने उसी सवाल के लिए लोगों के पास टाइम कम होता है. स्टूडेंट ने जैसे अर्लियर ऑन ही वाज शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम, फिर मैंने उसकी एक और रीजन भी बताई, दैट वाज फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेज, और उसकी जो है जस्टिफिकेशन भी दी, मीन टू जस्ट गेट अ टाइम. अब मैं इतना ज्यादा लंबी स्पीच करने की जगह मैंने थोड़ी सी जस्टिफिकेशन आई एडेड अप, कि कागान नारान एंड सवात में मेरी डिजायर क्या थी, प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच क्या थी, उसको आई हैव जस्टिफाइड जस्ट इन फ्यू वर्ड्स. देन after spending a bit time on that one, I quickly move on to the third question, and which was about my experience. And in my experience, basically I'm ending up with my opinion. So I'm giving my personal view, personal opinion being here. I am saying a bit satisfactory. I could have said a completely satisfactory, but I'm going to make an opinion here. That's why I use bit here, or satisfactory. A bit satisfactory make me happy. Then मैंने यहाँ पे एक डूइंग वर्ब यूज किया, जो फिर अगेन इट्स टॉकिंग अबाउट माय वोकैबुलरी एंड माय ग्रामेटिकल रेंज. फिर आई टॉक्ड अबाउट द नेगेटिव एटीट्यूड ऑफ द पीपल, एंड अगेन इसको कन्वर्सेशनल रखने के लिए मैंने एक्चुअली का वर्ड यूज किया एक अच्छी वोकैबुलरी के लिए. बिजनेस मेंटालिटी पीपल हैव मार्ड, ये मार्ड का जैसे हम उर्दू में कहते हैं सत्यानाश करना, बेड़ा गर्क कर देना, वो गुड वोकैबुलरी वर्ड यूज किया. देन एक फ्रेजल वर्ब यूज किया. सो दिस इज ऑल. Now you can get mixing up the things. आपकी grammatical range को भी बता रहा है, आपकी vocabulary को भी बता रहा है, use of adverb को भी बता रहा है. All the things you have added up here. और ये तमाम चीजों को आपने mix up करके at the end आपने उसका एक conclude करना है उसे, और properly एक positive response देना है. और end में मैंने कह दिया overall these were the good holidays about the beautiful nature. तो मैंने इसे conclude कर दिया. So this is how I have completed my topic, and this is how you can get good score, and you can include these ingredients in your speaking part 2, and you can get a very good score. So you need to keep your tone normal. You are not delivering a speech, you are not a newscaster, and even you are not, it should not look like that you are bashing someone so very aggressive. So it should be a normal kind of thing. So try to be relaxed and normal and deliver your speaking